In Cold Blood is one hell of a frustrating adventure game. It's not that bad, but boy does it know how to waste your time. Its puzzles can be long-winded and time-consuming, and add in that its combat is about as simple as you could ever get. The tank controls are some of the worst that I've ever played, and what you get is a shame because it does have some interesting ideas and mechanics, and the game looks and sounds great, even today, 20 years later. But that's not quite enough to make up for its downfalls. So let's take a look at In Cold Blood.
Room service. Nice work.
Even though all of the cutscenes are full of explosions and action-packed action, this is very much still an adventure game, with some light stealth and combat thrown in. Most of the time you'll be figuring out what to do, who to talk to, and what item to use where in order to move on to the next area. While the puzzles aren't particularly hard, they do take a long time to do. Even if you know what you need to do, it's a whole bunch of running around, making sure to talk to or interrogate the right person to get the right information, before running around again to move on. For example, at one point you need to get the fuse, so to do that you need to go down the main elevator, talk to the guy, go back up the elevator, turn on the secondary elevator, go down the main elevator, go up the secondary elevator, get stuck in a wall for a bit, and then you can grab the fuse. And bear in mind that there's a 30-second load time for each of these elevator trips, and that's when you know what you need to do. But when you don't know what to do, then it's a lot of exhausting clicking on everything, and then going back and checking everything again in case something you did added new options somewhere. You may see a valve that you know you need to turn, but to do this you have to speak to a specific technician about it first, and then you have to go all the way back to where the valve was, and now there's the extra option to use it. And here's where the PS1 version of the game gets annoying. The backgrounds may look great and have lots of detail, but you can never tell what you can and can't interact with. Some things you may be able to pick up, and others are simply there as decoration, but you can't tell which is which without clicking on everything first. I looked into it, and apparently the PC version has that useful little sparkle on items that you can interact with, so you won't miss anything. Why this wasn't included in the console version, I just don't know. Even though it's mainly about puzzle solving, there is some fighting to do. When using stealth, you can use your motion sensor to keep track of the guards' movements, so you can sneak up on them and take them out in one hit. That's if you can get the controls to work. Or you can shoot the guards, which involves pulling out your gun and hitting fire, while the game automatically does all of the aiming for you. It's as simple as that. You get one gun the whole game, so it's definitely not meant to be a shooter. Every level has guards that will kill you on sight unless you're in disguise. Thankfully the game's got a manual save feature which you can use at any point. And it's the kind of game where it's worth doing this often because the game's got some cheap moments where you walk into a room to instantly be blasted by 2 or 3 guards. So it's best to save after every small obstacle just so you don't lose any progress and don't have to do the same sections again.
Can I have a word?
Can't you see I'm busy?
Then you've got my favourite characters, the technicians. These guys couldn't care less that some stranger is walking around a top secret facility, accessing computers and asking everyone questions about how to blow the place up. You walk in and they're like,
Hi.
Come in, my friend. Warm yourself.
Thanks.
I guess they're too busy listening to football to worry about a British spy walking around.
Now let me listen to the match, okay?
Fine.
Come on, hold it together.
This is a kind of game that can just be annoying. The controls are terrible, and the way the camera works sometimes makes it hard to see what's going on. It's got some fun level ideas, and some of the puzzles work well enough, I guess, but I don't think this is one that too many people are going to rush out to play again. Thanks for watching.